My name is Norman Van Alsten, and I'm a mathematics teacher with the eMODE Learning Foundation. So I founded eMODE to come to the aid of students and teachers and families to give students an opportunity to do mathematics in a fun, hands-on, engaging way, without a lot of grades, without a lot of pressure. But I founded eMODE basically because I want to help kids like me who may have been afraid to do mathematics at school.
It's been doing the early algebra program for the past many years and in our pod space. So I have the pleasure of hearing him teaching and instructing and interacting.
Mr. Alsten. I met Mr. Alsten through a mutual friend, and we both wanted to have our girls tutored in math. And we heard about his experience being one of the founders for math explorations in math. Mm-hmm. And we called Mr. Alsten up and we fell in love with his teaching, and we saw how he really engages with the kids and interacts with them, and how kids were just enjoying math. So that transition really made us believe in Mr. Alsten, because in the district, the school is having just a hard time getting kids to really be successful in math.
Actually, I know Mr. Alsten for several years. He was one of the trainers when I was working at a private school, and so I've known him. He worked at Mount Zion for a while, and then also my colleagues and I got together to work with a program that was offered after school in his parents' home. And so I've been working with eMODE and with other math programs that he's been working on for probably about maybe 15 years or more.
Well, I met Mr. Alsten and eMODE through Orca as a person that greets people in the office. I would often, of course, be the first person that he saw, and he would always talk to me about eMODE and his passion for math. And then I would go and tell the kids that Mr. Alsten is here, and they were so excited when they would hear Mr. Alsten is here. They would clap. And I would just say, you know, I have never seen kids clap for math before.
Mr. Alsten, he makes his math lesson sort of different than other teachers, because most teachers, they kind of just tell you like a strategy how to do it and then they give it to you. But then Mr. Alsten, he kind of makes it come to life, sort of.
The engagement factor. It's not just a pen and paper, it's not just manipulatives, it's various types of manipulatives. He uses toys, he uses their natural ability to argue and discuss and debate, you know, and having to prove their point, which is kind of like almost on the borderline of science, and how they have to prove with evidence, you know, what their answer is, and then they have to justify it, and they love that part where they have to justify it, and has them thinking beyond just what is 2 + 2 × 4. You know, he has them build stuff, he has them think about it, and he has them talking with each other. And it's that mathematical talk and thinking that I really like that Mr. Alsten brings to the program.
Well, it's just that Mr. Alsten, that he always says the first day you might not get it, but the second day you will. And he says that soup tastes better the second day. So if I don't get something the first day and I go home and study, the next day I really get it, and it makes it easier for me to learn math at my level and higher.
And also, like, he doesn't give up on us, so if we, kind of what Taj said, if we don't know something, he doesn't just say, okay, well, you didn't get it, we'll move on to something else. He stays on that topic for a while so that everyone gets it, but everything he does is all connected in one way, so.
Actually, I've seen both, you know, and which is culturally relevant. What is the needs of the students that he's working with? He's used music, movement, like his math dance. He helps have them make up math dance. Actually, he inspired me, so I had students that were working on different operations come up with strategies and then put it to a rap to share with others about how to solve these different problems. And so he uses that. He also uses the internet and being able to go use technology so they can prove their answer or do some research beyond what's in the classroom.
Because the way he teaches very creative way, not paper and pencil. He bring in games, he bring in toys, he bring in all the things that are different than the normal way that teacher, teach the children math. Or one thing I can relate to him because I'm minor in math, so I will enjoy numbers. We call it have fun with numbers, what in the math. So I relate to him. We connected. And I just love the way he does things, He tells the children there's more than one way to get the answers. And the answer is not the end of it, It's just how to get there and how to have fun with it and how to be creative. And mistakes are allowed, for him. So he really opened the children to thinking math and number in such a different way. And that's why they feel free to learn. And they embrace learning because of him.
I think that he just incorporates so many different styles and techniques in his teaching. His enthusiasm, his high expectations, his integration of technology and video and music and movement, all of these things around learning and understanding mathematical concepts.
Definitely, because the younger kids look up to us and they ask us for help whenever they need it, and we teach them things that they didn't know.
I think we are leaders, and what I like about kind of TAing and what we do, I like that around the school you can say hi to some of the kids that are there and they can actually see how you act, and all of us actually have straight A's and everything, and so we're like good leaders, and so
Role models.
And I like because they know us now. Like, we taught them the word autodidactism, and that's self-teaching and self-learning, so we always uses that to motivate the kids to want to learn at home and do it on their own, because that's what he believes in, because that week we were kind of learning along with them.
I want to be either a geneticist or work at a chemical distribution.
I want to be an artist, or if the eMODE Learning Foundation is still up, work with Mr. Austin, or his company, I guess.
I want expansion. When we say at eMODE that we have a vision to see a nationwide mathematical renaissance in the urban communities all across our country, that's just not hyperbole. I really want to see a mathematical renaissance sweeping all across this country, beginning here, ground zero, in the Rainier Valley. And to me, we've heard of the Renaissance of antiquity, we've heard of the Harlem Renaissance, there have been different renaissances. But the idea is that to get people excited, again, a rebirth, a revival of doing mathematics, not so much for a grade, but just for sheer sake of enjoyment. So I have a vision that in the Rainier Valley, in South Seattle, Southeast Seattle, and South King County, we're going to expand and have kids all across the fruited plain of this small neighborhood doing mathematics before school, after school, on Saturday. Seeing kids get opportunities that we typically would withhold from them until they get to a certain grade level expectation. We want to accelerate kids in the extended day. So our programs, again, are before school, after school, sometimes during the school day. And to me, getting kids to come to school, in the case of EAP, 3 consecutive days a week, before school starts, an hour, all year long, October through May. I mean, who's doing that? That's different, that's innovative, and it's cutting edge. But they don't come because they're forced to come. Kids want to come. So that, to me, is revival. That's a renaissance. And once we prove, or proof of concept here demonstrated, and we're a long way in the path for that happening, then we want to actually expand this program. And I think this is the way kids really want to learn in a lot of places all across this country. So my vision is to expand this mission and this vision, to bring in more adherents, to bring in more teachers, to get more kids excited about math. And we have to do this in the early elementary school grade years. 4th and 5th grade are a very crucial window for kids to be successful at the next level. So to expand eMODE is our vision because we want a mathematical renaissance, and we're excited about that.